Whether you're just starting out or well on your way as a professional writer, director, actor, or editor, I'd love to hear about the challenges that you're facing. I'm here to help. Learn from the mistakes that I've made. Let's locate your unique voice and bring it to the screen. These are my adventures in cinema, and I hope you enjoy them. And because I thought it was important that I should be able to explain clearly and in very simple terms, what is it that actually going on in the brain when we watch a movie, when we watch a piece of theater, when we know it's not true, when it's not, I mean, it's fake, it's actors, right? And it's all make-believe. And this is what I came up with. I came up with the fact that two things. One is that we are filmmakers, all of us, by birth, from birth. And the reason why I say that is very simple, is that we see the world in shots. From the moment that you're born to even now, if you just think about it, and if you look around the room that you are, do you see a continuous motion unless you purposely stop yourself and make yourself do this, like a panorama? And if you do that, you'll get dizzy. What do? You see, what I'm looking at right now is a coconut tree, some jungle at the back. I'm looking at the person who's shooting me right now. I'm looking at the interior of this room, and I'm joining them up, and there's a sea over there, and I'm joining these things up through my eyes. It goes into my brain, and my history, my culturalization, my socioeconomic status, the 47 years I've lived on this planet, all of that feeds in to these images and creates what is called a meaning. And that meaning is created in here. And then I say to myself, yes, I'm sitting in South Goa at a beautiful eco-resort called Cabo Sarai, and I am now perceiving a balmy, beautiful December Goa afternoon. And all of that stuff comes to me in a microsecond, right? I don't have to think about it. Now, what is at play over here? We see the world in shots. That's the first thing. And the shots in themselves, coconut tree, jungle, sea, room, are what are called uninflected shots, in the sense that they don't have a meaning in themselves. A coconut tree is a coconut tree, a jungle is a jungle, a room is a room, a sea is a sea. Right? It's only when we ascribe a name and a meaning to these things. A sea is a large body of water. If you go into it, you get wet. That is something I know. Hence, I put on my swimming trunks and I go down and I get into the water, and I know that if I do that, I'm going to get wet, right? But in itself, it's an uninflected shot. This is an uninflected shot. This is an uninflected shot. It's only when I put them together, and if this now starts sounding like cinema, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So when we edit a movie, that's what we are doing. We are capturing uninflected shots, be it actors wandering around, or be it a scenery, or be it a car moving into a horizon, or be it a knife about to strike. These are all uninflected shots. And when we put them together, when the editor of a movie puts them together and it plays on the screen, the audience receives that information coming off of light that bounces off the screen. It goes into their eyes and their ears, right? It goes into the mind, and using all the nature, culture, sensitization, produces for them a meaning. This is why a movie made in Japan can be seen and understood by somebody sitting in Puerto Rico. Because essentially, what we are doing is, from the time that child in Puerto Rico was born and the child in Japan was born, he's been watching, or she's been watching, these uninflected shots. They have been making meanings of the world. This is how we understand, how we make meanings of the world.